Food, stolen. Gun, loaded. We're in Amibo, Mexico. We're in Ambistoma Mexicanum on a mission, and the whole forest will burn unless someone gives us back our food. Oh, and also someone stole our babies too, I guess. Welcome to AK Axolotl. Let's get into it. On his quest for vengeance, our precious little boy shoots his way through armies of vicious hordes of enemies with fearsome names like Mouse, and Duck, and Caterkiller. Utilizing a gameplay style that definitely isn't super heavily inspired by another game I'm definitely making a video on at some point, you use tight movement and an invincible dodge roll to make your way through a bullet hell style gauntlet of woodland creatures armed with weapons of war. As you do, kidnap random babies from the forest and raise them for violence. Feed them a healthy diet of spoons to raise their happiness, which is obviously the main factor in muscle growth. Feed them salad, make them chonky, instill an unhealthy obsession with explosives in them so strong that it physically increases the number of grenades in the world. But we're not here to raise babies, we're here to shoot things. Namely, this crab. Could he be the one who stole our food and also babies? Well, no, they had like tentacles and junk and this is a crab. He does have a knife though. Several knives. But that's no match for our boy and his AK-47. Evil Crabman goes down after like 7 tries, and I have no doubt that our default little guy could have blazed through the entire game on his own, but apparently opening up the pause menu while a boss intro is loading breaks the game, so it's time to call in backup. Introducing Piggy the Glutton. Because he eat. He also likes shotguns. While he's doing that, we've got some stuff to deal with back in the hub world. The observant viewers among you may have noticed the giant floating evil crystal placed right next to my babies with the power to suck happiness out of people. You'll be glad to hear that this location is not a horrible lapse in judgment by an incredibly irresponsible parent, but entirely on purpose. Introducing Corgi, the Sacrifice. Corgi is the target of the newest in parenting styles. Feed your child spoons until they're ready to grow up nice and strong, and then suck out all their motivation and positive feelings with the murder crystal. This bird over here buys children's happiness because he's kinda mean like that and makes gun do gun things, but better. Speaking of cats with legally distinct names piloting massive flying laser mechs, nailed that transition, we've reached the boss of the second world. This thing looks scary, but only took like 9 tries to beat. Our boy Piggy just eats a snack and shoots it in the face. However, with our resident shotgun expert currently trying to figure out how to eat a mech made of metal, we're swapping sea creatures yet again. Introducing the Subscribe Bus, Slippy the Sniper. As you would expect from the name, he can aim very fine, but to make up for his lack of ability to function at a basic level are explosives. Specifically, explosives made to look like him that make the enemy's aim seem like his aim when he's shooting them, except they're trying to shoot him, but it's actually not him, but worse. After a super quick break, Slippy starts shooting. Oh, hey, Street Fighter reference, that's cool. But even cooler than that, not really, is the axolotl responsible for clearing the next world, Knight the Knight. From a young age, he admired the valiant heroes of fairy tales, those who would take up a sword and defend the innocent from violent beasts of shadow and flame. But alas, he was born in the wrong age, an age of guns and explosives, one where a sword was as useful as a toothpick. But still he trained. Day in and day out, he would swing his woodcutter's axe, practicing, searching desperately for a technique that would bring his weapon of choice out of obscurity. Until finally, on the dawn of the new year, he perfected it. A swing that could cut through bullets. It was time. Almost. Now it was time. Now if only he could find a proper sword. Hell yeah. while his heart was strong and his will steadfast, our dear knight did have one weakness: the temptations of the modern age. While he was almost completely confident in the superiority of the sword over any mere automatic rifle, there was one projectile-based weapon that he held a strong admiration for: the rocket launcher. When standing at the door to his final challenge, a fish riding on a turtle, he had a moment of weakness. Abandoning his years of training, he picked up a weapon unfamiliar to him. So unfamiliar, in fact, that he instantly blew himself up. Thus ends the tale of Knight the Knight. And begins the tale of Corgi, the absolutely insane. Yeah, it turns out constantly sucking the happiness out of someone as a baby doesn't do wonders for their mental state. It apparently also lets them mutate into a giant invincible monster with anger issues. Who would have thought? And with the turtle dead, Corgi finally ran out of explosives to shoot. Never mind. So, with Corgi currently occupied with a grenade launcher, we need one final hero to clear this game and get the food back. And that hero is Lucky. Lucky lives life on the edge. He's a natural-born gambler. From a simple roll of the dice to a demon pact with literal Satan that leaves him at 1 health, he's never one to back down from a good risk. And if the odds are stacked against him, just means the taste of victory will be that much sweeter. But this was one hell of a crappy hand he'd been dealt. Trapped in a hostile underworld with strange, unexplicable creatures and also jellyfish, armed with nothing but the random junk he could scavenge from his enemies, things didn't look great. But Lucky was a fighter, and after finally shooting his way past the endless hordes, he stood face to face with the one who had taken everything from him. The Ancient One himself, Cthulhu. Lucky knew he didn't have what it took to beat that monster in a fair fight, but Lucky never was one for playing fair. He had one last trick up his sleeve. He would bet everything on this one move: destroy everything or die. One last flip of the coin. Wait, hold up, that's it? But, well, Lucky's dead. Game over, I guess. Thanks for watching.